Hey YouTube family, it's me. I figured since I was getting quite a few messages that I would come on and kind of let you guys know what was going on. It seems like everybody last night was calling ambulance, go to the ER, go to the ER. So of course that got me all like, okay. So I drove myself and I get there and it's standing room only. They said it was going to be a 4 to 5 hour wait. So I left downtown Birmingham and I went to another city about 15 minutes away, and they had one person in their waiting room. And oh my, it's not very old. It's only just a matter of a few years old. And it looked like you were walking into a spa. It was so nice. But the dim lights and the light fixtures and the wood and the flooring just made you feel at home. I guess that's the best that they could do with, you know, the people who come in there are sick. So that'll calm them down. But anyway, they had me in a room in 10 minutes because that was the time it took them to do my vitals and to go and let me talk about my financials and sign some papers. And then they took me to my room, and I literally sat there for just a few minutes, and the nurse came in, got my vein on the first try. I don't even know if you can see. No, you can't even, I don't think so. Where is it? Oh, it's right. Ugh, there, you see that little bruise spot? Yeah, that's it. Usually I leave those places black and blue because of my difficult veins. So they skipped x-rays, took me straight to the CT scan. And because of the concussion, I got another CT scan. And then, you know, neck down to look at the spine. And I want you to know, praise Jesus, that it's been all muscular skeletal pain, which means I just pulled most of the muscles in my back when I flung backwards. And what do you do? You tense up. And my lower back has been so bad is because I've already had surgery there. But my surgery was not compromised or anything. So that was pretty much that. And then I went by Waffle House and grabbed some, I wanted eggs. I came back here, ate my breakfast, took my medicine, ended up sleeping all day in the chair. But that was it. He said my platelets and my hemoglobin and all that stuff showed completely normal. He said I don't see anything in your blood that you would see with a cancer patient. And I held it together because I wanted to cry. And I did find out one thing by watching some other people that have similar cancer. I mean, I know that I have an 85% chance of developing cancer somewhere else in my body. Whether it be, they say they like to go to your brain. And then lymphoma, and even sometimes bone. And I've heard that bone cancer, or it's osteo something, but anyway, is the most difficult to beat and the most painful cancer, because it's all over your body. But we're not going to talk about that, because in Jesus' name, I'm fine. He's going to take care of me, and I am not going to succumb to cancer. And I will fight until I have no more fight, until I am just completely out of options. And then I'll go to another hospital. I'll go to Mayo Clinic. I'll go to wherever I have to go. But in the end, they gave me some Robaxin and told me to get Salonpas patches. They actually put it as a prescription. And I'm like, this is over the counter. And I was like, can y'all please give me something for pain? I am in so much pain. And they were like, oh, he wrote you something for pain. And I looked on there and I was like, I could have stayed home and got this. So I have that Voltaren that comes in a metal tube, and it's better than a Salonpas patch. That's basically just numbing it, lidocaine. That's it. It's a lidocaine patch. So yeah, I'm okay. Everybody jump up and down for joy. Everything's good. Head's fine. It was so minor that it just wiped itself away. And my brain looked great. My spine looked completely normal for somebody my age. And I was like, oh, it started. Someone my age. And I was like, dude, my age ain't got nothing to do with it. I said, my back problems started when I was 23 years old. When I woke up one morning and couldn't get up out of the bed. And that's when I started seeing a chiropractor. And unfortunately, my insurance does not cover chiropractors. Very few insurances cover chiropractors. And when you log on to a website of a chiropractor and it says you'll get $100 off your first visit, that means it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And they want you to come multiple times a week. And I'm not made of money. So I'm going to use my Voltaren, take my muscle relaxer, and just chill. My mom still wants me to come down there to see her. And miss her, so I'm gonna go probably tomorrow And, you know, the least I can do is, I mean, I've got to go get groceries for her. And if there's any dirty spots in the floor, her vacuum is light. I can vacuum it. I can take my stick vacuum and be done in just a few minutes. But I'm not going to have to pick up the wheelchair, because that wheelchair is from the Stone Age. And I bet you, at 6'1", and I'm not weak, I'm not a bodybuilder, but I'm not a weak person. And that is the heaviest thing I've ever picked up. And I had a big kid who wanted to be carried when he was 5 years old. And I could barely get him to the bathroom when he broke his leg. So anyway, yay. I was so afraid. I was like, man, I don't want cancer. I don't want cancer. I don't want a back surgery. No. I done went through it once, and I have this fear of ever having to go through it again. Hair still from last night. Look at that. I got a rooster tail right there. It just, that piece of hair just stands up. And there's a piece right in the back that'll stand up sometimes. But this one right here really likes to stand up. But they were talking to me about my cancer in the hospital, and the doctor just kept shaking his head. Like, are you sure you have your timeline right? I'm like, yeah, I've got my timeline right. And he was like, wow, your body reacted so well to the chemo. And I was like, Jesus, let the chemo work. It's nothing about what a nurse or a doctor did. Jesus treated me through those people. Not them treating me. Now, did I bring them donuts and coffee from on the last day of chemo? I brought Krispy Kreme donuts. I did one of the dozen of just glazed. And then I said I want the other dozen to be, you know, the frou-frou donuts. And they laughed. And I said, I don't really know. And they were like, well, we can just do the freshest that are coming up and make it a surprise. Oh, the nurses. Oh, the love I got from them nurses. And they were done with those before I was even done with my chemo infusion. And so that was a welcome from them. They were like, people don't usually do that. And I'm like, well, after all y'all have done for me, and they continue to do for me, next time I'm up there, I'm going to go to the infusion area and go see my nurse that helped me. And I want her, she hasn't seen me since. So I'm going to go deeper into the abyss of the Women's Cancer Center and find the infusion room and take a picture of my chair that I sat in every time and get a picture with me and my nurse. I forget her name, but I'll know her when I see her. So, yeah, That's on the 20th. So, yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everybody's fine. My mama and Tess on here, they've been messaging me. So, I'm going to get off here. I love you all. And tomorrow night, I'm due to do a live. And y'all might just get a glimpse of April's mama. I told her, I was like, look, we're going to cut on some lights. I'll bring my ring light. I'll set that thing up. And I told her, I was like, we're going to cuddle up on the couch. So if any of you made it this far and you have any questions for me and my mama, I'm going to do a community tab post right now. Go out there and answer or ask. Nothing held back unless it's too personal. And, you know, ask her about her ankle, because she gets nervous on camera. And I used to also. But now it feels like when I'm talking into the camera that all 2,000 of you are standing in front of me. That's why I know I could do public speaking now. Because if it's something that I care about, such as going to get your gyno exam, it's going to be easy for me to try to save somebody's life. But anyway, see you tomorrow night. And I love you. April.